So hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you for being here with me. I am Lou and this is your Mercury Retrograde reading. Okay, so yes, I've said those two dreaded words, the worst words in the whole of the English language, Mercury Retrograde. Okay, it's the two words that sends everyone running for the hills, hiding under their duvets, thinking, do you know what, I'm not coming out for the next however long it is that Mercury's in retrograde. Everything's going to go wrong. Everything's going to be this. Everything's going to be that. And I'm here to tell you that basically what you do is not focus on the bad things that can go wrong. It's about changing your mindset to really work with the energies that are surrounding us at this time. So what have we got? We've got Mercury going retrograde in Scorpio. It's happening on Tuesday, the 13th of October. Now, there is a shadow period, so you may be feeling some of the effects of it now. You may be seeing things in the wider community, people that are not as awakened as what we are. I know that I find it quite a lot. I will walk down the street and I will see things happening and I can relate it to what's going on with the planets. And I'm feeling that you will be able to see that at this time. But what do we need to be focused on? Let's get out of this mindset of thinking Mercury retrograde, oh my God, sort of thing. So what have we got? Mercury retrograde is very much about your mind and thinking. So that's where it comes in about communication and how you communicate, how you talk, how you explain yourself. It's a time for avoiding gossip. Make sure that you're being clear when you're explaining things, because there can be some misconceptions, misunderstandings, etc. Scorpio is about transformation and bringing the truth to the surface, because above all else, Scorpio loves honesty. Okay, so my messages for you during this Mercury retrograde is to change the way you think. Okay, perfect combination of Scorpio and Mercury energy. Change the way you think. Don't be looking at Mercury retrograde as a time where everything's going to be a disaster. Stay in a positive mindset. Keep thinking that things are going to work out, that everything's going to work out just as it should be, etc. What I'm also being drawn to as well is about sometimes when planets are going backwards, it's just causing you to rest a little bit. So it could be that you are needing to rest a little bit more, especially if you are working on changing your mindset, because it may be that you are doing some deep shadow work, etc. At the minute, pretty much all my readings are bringing through this deep shadow work that is being done. But my first piece of advice is change the way you think. The second piece is stay honest and true to you. When you're talking, when you're writing, whatever you're doing, just be true to you. Be your true, authentic self. If you change your mindset and you keep being positive, to be quite honest, myself, I don't tend to think about Mercury retrograde. Why think about something like that? Something that is deemed as being so bad that everything is going to be absolutely chaotic. I don't want to be in that energy, so I move forward and I rise above it, and I rise above it by changing my mindset away from that which the traditional meaning of Mercury retrograde brings you to think about. So the next thing is staying honest and true to myself. I don't want to be in chaos. I'm not going to be in chaos. There's no chaos surrounding me. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to release it, etc. So just stay true and honest to you. But we will go into the cards and see what the angels have for us. So I'm going to call on the angels, guys. Keep us light. Please guide me. What messages, above all messages, do we need to see as Mercury goes retrograde? What do we need to know as Mercury goes retrograde on the 13th of October? So what is the main energy surrounding this retrograde? What is the main energy surrounding this retrograde? What energy can we work with? There we go. We have the Sun in Leo, joy, a time of celebration and success. So just keep your mind happy, keep it light, keep it sunny. Just know that everything can work out. Don't be in that mindset of thinking, oh, this is going to fail, this is not going to work, etc. Stay joyful, stay happy. Know that there may be delays because of the fact that the planet is going backwards. There may be delays, but just stay focused. Everything will work out, and it will work out just as it's meant to work out, when it's meant to work out too. So what challenge may be present during this Mercury retrograde? What's the challenge that's present during this Mercury retrograde? Just had a tickle in my throat as well. Excuse me. Obviously, Mercury is about communication. Let the words out. Don't let them choke you up. Scorpio as well is very much about emotions, very much about feelings coming to the surface, etc. So it could be that if you've got feelings that you need to talk about, don't worry about going into them and talking about them and discussing them. Just be clear, be truthful, speak your truth whenever you are discussing your feelings, when you are discussing things that need to come up. So the challenge is Sun in Aquarius, opportunity. Sorry about that. Definite tickle there. Okay, so the challenge, Sun in Aquarius, opportunity, readiness for change. What I'm feeling is the challenge is there are changes afoot. Obviously, Scorpio is all about change and transformation and rebirth, etc. So there's opportunities being presented to you that will bring changes in your life. Now, as a challenge, you are not seeing these. You're not accepting them. It could be that fear of, oh my God, it's Mercury retrograde. I'm not going to go after anything new. This is not a time to be stopping your life just because a planet somewhere up there in the universe is trying to do its thing, doing what it's done for years. That does not mean to say you have to put your life on hold. This is about not missing those opportunities. These are good opportunities. Remember, you've got this joy card. The whole energy of this whole retrograde is enjoying yourself, celebrating, seeing the successes, having fun, etc. And this is saying that there's opportunities there, but you're not taking them. So if you have got opportunities coming your way, don't be fearful about the fact that it's retrograde. Okay, it's just really time for you to slow down, which is what I was being told. That's why I couldn't talk, because I was trying to go too fast. Slow down, but then get ready to make these changes. Take the opportunities that come to you. Don't let the planets dictate to you where and what you can do with your life. So how can we use this retrograde to our advantage? How can we use this retrograde to our advantage? We have two cards. We have the Sun in Libra, harmony. It also says enjoy life with music, love and romance. So again, that is just telling you to not stop living your life. Keep living your life. Have fun. Enjoy it. And it is paired with Sun in Sagittarius, adventure, stride out into new territory. So it's very much about not being afraid to go forward, not being afraid to try new things. In some cases, it could be a new relationship, it could be like a romantic relationship, but it also could be relationships with other people. Remember, harmony, harmonious relationships, etc. Again, all I would say is make sure that when you are speaking clearly. Make sure that someone understands what you are saying. Actually, if you need to, say, do you know what I mean, etc. Do you need me to explain further, etc. Just make sure that everyone is on the same page, that you are communicating clearly, so that everyone knows what you actually mean, that there's no misinterpretations, that there's no misunderstandings. very much positive, big changes, opportunities coming in, take them. Don't let a planet going retrograde stop you from taking these opportunities, because these are bringing in changes. Again, as I said, Scorpio is all about transformation. It's all about the changes. It's all about changing everything, rebirth, etc. So what is the focus for this retrograde? What is the focus for this retrograde? Where should we be focused at the time of this retrograde? Where do we need to be focused? Where should we be focused at the time of this retrograde? Where should be focused? There we go. Aries. Sun in Aries, new beginnings, leap of faith. What have I just said? Okay, there's so many astrologers out there that will be saying, don't do this, don't do that. And I'm not mocking them. I'm not saying anything about them. They know more than what I do. But I know what works for me. And I know that going against everything that Mercury retrograde stands for, that if you keep your mindset positive, if you keep things moving forward, then yes, you can create anything. Your focus needs to be on these new beginnings. Okay, don't let Mercury retrograde stop you from moving forward. Again, they do talk about making sure that if you are signing contracts, read it thoroughly. Make sure that you've done everything by the book. Be honest, be true, be acting in integrity. Do everything the way it should be done. There shouldn't then be any problems. I'm just going to tell you now, just change the way that you think about Mercury retrograde. It works for me. I can't see why it won't work for you. And this is a very positive spread. It's very much about moving forward. It's very much about not staying stuck, not letting things hold you back. So what is the advice for this retrograde? What advice do we have? Okay, we do have eclipse in Virgo. So it says reorganization. It says choose duties and responsibilities carefully. So this card is saying be careful with what you are doing. With everything, you have to be careful, don't you? You have to make sure that everything is got to work out how you want it to work out, making sure, as I said, with the signing contracts, etc., that you are reading them thoroughly, that you are signing them correctly, where they need to be signed, etc. So this is just make sure that you've got everything organized and in a position where that when these opportunities present themselves, you're ready to go with it, you're ready to run with it, you've got everything going forward. For some of you, I'm being drawn towards a new home as well. I don't know why, it's literally just popped into my head. I'm feeling like the reorganization is literally you just taking everything from one place, lifting it up and putting it into another. So it don't necessarily need to be a home. It could be changes within the career, etc. Whatever that applies to you, but it's literally reorganizing, get everything together, pick it up and put it where you want it to be. That could be just within your own home where you are now, could be within the career that you're in now. But this is about making sure that, again, with the fact of making sure that you are clearly understood, making sure that there's no misunderstandings. When it says choose duties and responsibilities carefully, make sure that everyone knows what they're doing, what is expected of them. Especially if you're going into a new relationship. Again, what do you expect from them? Be clear what you expect from a new relationship. Be clear with them what you want, what you won't tolerate, etc. Be true to you. Stay true to yourself. So I'm going to be pulling one final card. Been drawn to the Angels and Ancestors deck. Okay, so could we have a final message regarding this Mercury Retrograde. What one message above all messages is in the highest good for us to receive at the time of this Mercury Retrograde? One message above all messages. Mercury Retrograde. Final message, please. There we go. We have the Knight. Be brave and honest. What was I saying? Be honest. Stay honest and true to you. We will read from the book. I will hold it just there for you so you can draw in the energy. We have Knight. Be honest, brave and honest. Do the right thing, even if it isn't the easiest option. Stand for what you know to be right and true. The Knight is a knight in shining armour, dedicated to the crown that his sword defends. In this sense, he is a protector of the Holy Grail and therefore is your spiritual growth and expansion. He represents the warrior in you. Whether you are male or female, this energy is within you. His sword and armour show he is courageous and strong, but if you look closely, you will see he has a tear running down his face, showing his willingness to be vulnerable and his love for what he protects. The energy of respect is important right now. You are being encouraged to figure out what is important to you and what you stand for. If you are in a space where there's opposition, you are being guided to follow through with integrity, because even if it seems this will slow your progress, your rewards will be much more abundant. You are being surrounded by a light of bravery to help you. This card also brings justice. If you are longing for justice, please know that the universal energies are working to bring everything back into order and that you don't need to force anything through with your will. If you have made mistakes recently, it's important to take ownership of them so that you can align yourself with improving the situation. If you are feeling the need to defend your spiritual path at this time, back down and let it protect you. Okay, so this just sums up the whole spread. And as I was saying about Scorpio being about truth and integrity and honesty, this is about you just being true. Again, if there has been any misunderstandings in the past, it's time for those to be cleared up. It's time for you to stand up and say, well, I'm sorry, maybe I didn't explain myself properly. This is what I meant, etc. But this is all about you creating your path. Yes, things may be slowed down. The planet's going backwards, so yes, it's slowed down, but it's going to come through and it's going to be so much more abundant for you. It's going to bring you what you're wanting. It's going to move you forward in a way that is good for you and those around you. Okay, so that is your Mercury retrograde reading. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you are feeling it, please give me that thumbs up. If you are liking, please click on that subscribe button. But having said that, you take care and remember, stay positive, change the way you think and stay honest and true to you. Take care. Bye-bye.